How do you not miss the cues for emotional intimacy? The biggest thing with emotional intimacy is security and safety. And it has to do with being vulnerable, and it has to do with open communication. So I will give you an example of a cue for emotional intimacy. I told my husband something that was bothering me, and it had to do with a friend of mine. And his response was, I don't know why this bothers you. It's not that big of a deal. And while it might not be a big deal to him, or maybe it's really not that big of a deal, it obviously was a big enough deal for me to bring it up. His response shut me down because he wasn't validating my feelings. So you can validate somebody without necessarily agreeing with them. So while he felt like it wasn't a big deal, I was putting a bid out for emotional intimacy. I was being vulnerable. I was sharing something that was bothering me, and his response was to invalidate my feelings. And that will shut down emotional intimacy because you should be able to be vulnerable. So open communication about deeper things, not about the weather, but about deeper issues, goals, things like that is going to be cues for emotional intimacy. And you can do something called a relationship check-in. I don't know if you've ever heard about it. If not, shoot me a DM. I will explain to you what it is. It's super simple, but something couples can do to create emotional intimacy. Also, spending quality time together, creating shared memories. So not watching TV, not watching a movie, that doesn't create intimacy. Actually going to do something, quality time, no phones, no kids, spending time together, creating a shared experience, and showing physical affection that is not going to lead to sex. Holding hands, a hug, a kiss, with no expectation of it leading to anything further. Being attentive and being that safe person for your partner, you can build emotional intimacy, and that will lead to better physical intimacy.